Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Me in my kitchen space. So I probably think that this is the first episode that I'm recording this year. So I hope you had a very wonderful crossover and your new year is coming along very well. So in today's recipe, we are having some Ndengu curry, and I shared this particular recipe sometime back late last year, and most of you loved it. And all these ingredients, you can just find them there outside your doorstep. So I'm not using any other ground spice, and I also have a few secret ingredients that I'm going to mention after I've mentioned the list of ingredients. So with me, I have some cooking oil, I have some salt, this is spoilt milk, this is my dengu, and one of my loyal subscribers told me that the green ones are not called dengu, they are called pojo, and the brown ones are called dengu. But for today, let's just call them dengu, and for the brown ones, let's call them western. So here I have my coriander leaves, and I have my coriander stem. This is one tomato. I have my tomato paste. This is some baby marrow or courgette. I have my capsicum. I have some garlic, some onions, and some carrot. So without further ado, let's get started. So once my pan is hot, I'm going to go in with about a tablespoon of cooking oil. Once my oil is hot, I'm going to go in with my onions. Once my onions start becoming translucent, I'm going to go in with my garlic. And as I earlier mentioned, I had a few secret ingredients, and this happens to be my first secret ingredient while cooking this particular recipe. While cooking dengu, a lot of garlic really comes in handy, and it elevates the flavor of the dengu. So as you've noticed, I've added a lot of garlic. And I'm also going to go in with my coriander stem. So my coriander stems have been toasting for about a minute. So I'll go in with my third ingredient, which is the tomatoes. So another secret while cooking dengu, a lot of tomatoes really comes in handy, mostly in thickening of the soup. But as I earlier mentioned, I'm using just one tomato, and the rest I'm going to add is tomato paste. So I'm also going to go in with my tomato paste. And also another secret ingredient while cooking some Ndengu curry, you need some tomato paste. So if at all you know a shop that sells tomato paste, feel free to go and buy, because why not? So I'll just cover this and let the tomatoes soften, then I'll be back. Then at this point, I'm also going to go in with my baby marrow, and this is another secret ingredient that will help your Ndengu curry to become extremely thick. I'm going to go in with some water, but because I mentioned that we are just making some very special Ndengu curry, I have some spoilt milk over here. You can also use maziwa mala if at all you do not have the spoilt milk. But if at all you do not have both of them, just feel free to use some water. And I'm going to let this cook for about a minute or so that my baby marrow can cook. So this looks very pretty, and I'm pretty sure my baby marrow is well done. So I'll go in with my carrots and my capsicum. Then I'm going to mix this well. Then I can go in with my dengu. Today you'll notice that I've used some carrots, and that is because I noticed I have never used carrots in any of my recipe, isipokuwa ile nilikuwa natengeneza some kachumbari, but ile ya kuweka kwa chakula inaiva I've never. And so that is what we are having today, and these were pre-boiled green grams. And today we are making a very rich vegetable stew. So the only ingredient that I would have loved to add is some soy sauce. So if at all you have some soy sauce in your house, just make sure you add it, and it's just going to enhance the color. I'm going to go in with my salt. Then I'll go in with my remaining milk. So I'm rinsing it with some water. So I'm going to cover this, and once it starts boiling, I'm going to let it boil for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to lower the heat and let it simmer for another about 10 minutes. Then it's going to be ready. So this looks amazing and it is ready. So I'll switch off the heat and garnish it with some dhania. And some of my remaining maziwa. And this will go so well with some avocado, and it's such a bomb recipe, so you should probably try it out. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Bye.